Hi everyone, Claudia here from Light and Clarity. I have your channel messages for the week beginning Monday the 26th of August. Please bear with me while I connect for you all. Thank you. All right, I have Saint Germain coming in. I also have Paul the Venetian standing by as well here. Don't often channel Paul the Venetian, but he's here today. Just bear with me while I make the connection stronger. So Saint Germain comes in and he's placing his hands over your hearts. He brings in the energy of bravery, is what he calls it. The energy of compassion and bravery. He says he's making you feel as though it's like you're being awarded a medal for being brave. And bringing the energy of compassion into each of you. It's like some of your heart centers seem to be quite heated at the moment, a little bit burning as such in a way. There's just this energy that's within some of your heart centers, and he's bringing that energy of compassion and love and understanding and the energy of bravery, also as you all walk along your paths. He says this encouragement is needed as well. So there's a couple of you in a few different boats with this, he says. Saint Germain says there is an energy of completion around each of you. You're just stepping out of a life lesson. You're just coming out of a tunnel. He shows me you coming out into the light with this. So something is close to ending or has already ended. There's some sort of a life lesson that is completing, and it's completing now. So with some of you, I'm feeling like a lightness come off your shoulders, a sense of relief, and a sense of understanding. So Saint Germain shows me that a lot of you are at the beginnings of a new journey. It's like you're looking down and there's like this massive water that you've got to traverse across. He says some of you feel as though the task ahead of you is too big. And some of you are feeling, look, you know what, this is great. I'm going to take off down this road now. I've been freed up by something that has held me back for a long time. He says each of you are exactly where you need to be. He shows me that a lot of spirit guides are standing very close to those of you who are just coming out of those old life lessons, and those of you who need to traverse across a large river. They're going to assist you through. It's like being placed in a boat and you're going to be moved through the waters that come that are going to be a little bit more turbulent than you would have liked, but you're going to get to the other side of this. They're talking about the energy of persistence here. They're saying we want you to keep persisting with what it is that you're moving through and what it is that you're also got your eye on. He says what you're focusing on. He says we do not want you to give up so easily. We want you to continue walking towards what you need and what you desire. Now in closing, so he says, just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not coming in for you. They're the words Saint Germain and even Paul the Venetian are bringing in as well. He says, sometimes some of you give up a little bit too easily. I'm going to open my eyes for a minute. He says, sometimes some of you give up a little bit too easily. You might all say, no, we don't, and I can understand that. But this is what he says. He says there's something particular they don't want you to give up on. You're going to know what that is that comes to mind, that you're to continue being persistent in. Hang on a second. So Paul the Venetian shows me right at the end of the year, we're coming into December. There is something that's coming in that's new that you're going to be happy with. It is a change. It is a change. And it changes the game. What this particular change that comes in will do, it will change the game that you're in. So life changes for you again, is what he says. And they ask you to, when it occurs, some of you are going to sit back and have a deep think about this change. And for others of you, it's going to be like a nice surprise and a welcome relief at the same time. Others of you are going to be in deep thought as to whether or not you're going to do this, you're going to take this opportunity, and also what this means. So Saint Germain says, at the moment, we are sweeping out from under your feet what needs to go and what is going. He says some of you are going to feel a little bit, unease. You're so used to having this particular thing around you or this particular person in your life or whatever this is to do with. He says you're going to feel a little bit like a fish out of water, like your safety nets have been taken. But he says that is indeed not the case. He says you're walking on new roads, and in order for these new roads to fully ground under your feet, fully manifest, certain things need to be moved off and moved out. They're like old cobwebs. I'm going to thank him for coming in. And thank you to Paul the Venetian as well as Saint Germain. Thank you, thank you. All right. Well, many blessings. I'll see you all again this week. Thanks, everyone.